What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Dark Souls Remastered for the PS4 guided playthrough. We are, or excuse me, maybe first off let me let you know that I apologize for the long upload period. It's just been very busy with my personal life and haven't had time, balancing work, family, and other things, especially with the holidays coming up. So it's been kind of hard to find the time to upload, but anyways, with that being said and out of the way, let's continue. So hopefully we won't have any problems with our recording this time, since I got my phone issues squared away. But I've been thinking about, I think today what we're going to do is we're going to run down to Londo and do Londo's exploration, and then we're going to finish up and do some farming for some titanite shards down in the abyss, or not the abyss, excuse me, the basement area where we fought the gaping dragon, so we can upgrade our sword. Because one thing we need to do is upgrade our sword all the way for the next part of the playthrough, because we're probably going to end up going down to the catacombs and doing the exploratory part of that area and picking up the rite of kindling. And then after that we're going to head into the second Bell of Awakening in Blighttown. So I think that's going to be our way forward. Alright, so what you can do here if you want is this way opens up a path to the Valley of the Drakes. Alright, and Valley of the Drakes is kind of a higher area at this point. You got to be careful because you can die real easily. So if you want to go ahead and do that, that's fine. But if not, basically what you need to do now is make your way back to Fireleaf Shrine. But for the playthrough, we're going to go through Valley of the Drakes to Fireleaf Shrine. So I can show you that back way. So if you're right, we were at the bonfire at the Darkroot Basin. We had just killed the Hydra and explored the backside of the Artorias, Crest of Artorias Gate in Darkroot Garden, where all the forest dwellers were, and they gave us a run for our money, if you remember correctly. So once you come out of this area, you're going to run into some drakes. They're kind of hard right now because your sword's not fully maxed, so kind of avoid them. They have a lightning attack that can really mess you up if you're not careful. Basically what you want to do is just kind of run by them. They will fly out of the way eventually, also, if you get too close to them. There's one here that you gotta kind of maneuver by. He's on the ledge, so. This is a humanity. Pick that up real quick if you can without getting hit by this guy. It's kind of hidden back in the area, back in that little tunnel area. There's also a, kind of like a dead dragon up here that's guarding some items. You can fight him if you want. He has a pretty easy, pattern to memorize. He's right there. He's not too bad. All he does is wakes up and he starts shooting like this breath attack that has poison damage, but he's also guarding some items, which we can get, but it's, maybe we'll go ahead and do that, but usually I try to approach this guy from the other side, but because of the playthrough I'm going to run this side. What I'm going to do is just go around him, and then we'll reset on him and try to fight him. So he's docile until you try to pick up those items, and then he'll wake up, or if you hit him. So, anyways, to fight this guy, you can range him. It's going to take a long time to range him, or you can run in and hit his arm and then run back before he tries to attack you. So go like this, and then get out of the way. That's that breath attack I was telling you about. See how it has that poison? If you stand in that, it will poison you. Yeah, let's try it. Let's see, we'll check out see how we do on this. I don't know if it's going to work too well, but we'll try it out. you can see, it doesn't do a whole lot of damage to him for range. You can try to hit him in different areas if you want, but it just, unless your bow is kind of like leveled up already, it's kind of hard to kill this guy. Or it's not hard to kill him, it just takes a very long time to kill him if you do it this way. And you want to be careful because if you get too close and he does that swing will knock you off the ledge. Also, if you have the poison white ring, you can put that and make the poison resistance a little bit stronger. Just run in, hit him once, run back. Not too difficult. Rush it. Try to rush it, he will kill you because he'll get that swipe attack after you, and he'll try to hit you with that wing he's got there. If that wing catches you off guard, it will knock you off the ledge, and then all this progress you have with his life will go to 20 feet. So this guy doesn't respawn either, he just dies and that's it. Guys, a dragon scale. Those drakes down there are a good source of farming dragon scales if you want to upgrade your dragon type weapons. Like that one sword we got off that drake's tail, we can upgrade that with the dragon scale. So we got a storage straight sword, a dragon crest shield, and solid proud knife. Store straight sword. Straight sword of an unknown knight, likely one of the store's superiors. High quality weapon with the power of blessing. And then we got the dragon crest shield, right? Dragon crest shield, okay. Shield of Nameless Knight, likely a high-ranked Knight of Astora, one of the enchanted blue shields. The Dragon Crest Shield greatly reduces fire damage. Alright. So maybe if we wanted to kill that Drake back in Undead Bird, we could just equip that shield and that dragon sword and go in there and hopefully he won't kill us, but I doubt that. That fire is pretty strong, so I'm not too sure about that. So just go ahead and follow your the pathway up this way. This area right here to the left, this is how you're supposed to exit Blighttown if you go through the basement area of the lower Undead Bird. But the depths, I should say, this is where you exit Blighttown to come back up to Firelight Shrine. But because we have the Master Key and we came through the Darkroot Basin back way, we could go this way and it would like go straight to Quelaag, fight her, and then ring the next bell. So it's actually a quicker way to get down to the second Bell of Awakening than it is to go through the depths. But if we don't go through the depths, then we miss a whole lot of exploration in Blighttown and we miss a lot of items and stuff. So anyways, walk across this bridge. That NPC that helped us fight the Moonlight Butterfly. After you use her again, you can use, she helps you I think twice in the game if you summon her. The second time you summon her and complete the fight, then down this way, her set appears at the end of this pathway here. Alright, so we got our master key. Now if we go... Alright, this is New Londo Ruins. Excuse me, not Inner Londo, New Londo is what we're exploring today. Let me show you real quick how to get back up to Firelink Shrine. So you pull that lever and this will take you back to Firelink Shrine. It'll put you right out to the Bonfire Keeper, and oh, I can't remember his name. The guy we saved from with the mystery key in Undead Burg.
Considering a change of location, I have a rather pressing matter to attend to. That keeper has served me well, but oh, hello. I'm considering that.
Okay, so you can see this guy's got probably a very, we call it a fiendish scheme kind of working. And he doesn't really like her, so what he does is he actually kills her, and you have to go find him later on in Inner Londo. So, but you can kill that guy right now if you really wanted to, and get the items that he drops in Inner Londo. It doesn't really matter, but if you want to see his full story, you gotta leave him alive for now. So what we can do here is we can go ahead and maybe level up a little bit. Our see what we would like. We take our faith up a little bit because we're gonna be able to use some spells here before too long. That'll help us there. See if we need to repair anything. Alright, so at least we got rested there, so if we die, we can come right back here. So go ahead, turn around the way you came. Oh, wait a minute, let's talk to Laurentius, see if we can't upgrade our fire one more time before we go.
Oh, hello. Oh, please, as always.
Alright, cool. And we'll do it one more time also.
Come back.
Use one of our items here. Maybe we can do it more than once. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, maybe we can do it a couple times.
Oh, as always.
Yeah, we're gonna need that flame for
Where are you off to?
later when we do our farming here a little bit. So. Alright, so turn around, go back down this hole right here. Now the area we're going into is a little bit different than what you're accustomed to since you've been playing the game. These enemies down here are ghosts, and you can't kill ghosts without being cursed. So if for some reason you went down the depths and those basilisks cursed you, this is where you would come to get your curse broken. And you'd also come down here to be able to fight ghosts because you're cursed. So basically, a cursed person can fight a cursed entity, but an uncursed person can't fight a cursed entity. If that makes any sense. These poor hollows, man, they've had it. Alright, we're also going to talk to Rickon. He's that other blacksmith I told you about before. He's the one that does magic weapon upgrades. I'll show you who he is and everything here in a second. Try not to fall off the ledge here, because you'll just die instantly. Fall in that water and die, so. Alright, here's Rickon.
Listen, just watch your head. Or more importantly, you're free. No one else. Well, I shouldn't cry. I'm Ricky, but I was once an established smith. Now, can you believe it? What is it? Have you? Oh no. Don't worry. No intention of escape. It's safe here. Can't bear the thought of going hollow out there. Although, I must admit, not much to occupy myself. How about this? I could forge your weapons, albeit with rather minimal tools. I'll show you what makes you the best in the world. What is it? There's nothing to talk about. We're both cursed, undead. But what's there really to moan about?
Alright, so that's Rickert. And we can we can do basically anything with him that we did with Andre. But let's see what he's got to buy. You know, he sells a soul arrow, heavy soul arrow, and he's got a sorcerer's catalyst. So he doesn't really sell anything great right this second. I think he sells other stuff later as the game progresses. I can't remember for sure, but let's talk to him again and see if we can't give him this ember we found.
Come back soon. Smithing helps soothe my nerves. Don't let me wither away alive with this. Hey, hang on. Is that a sorcery apples? I've never seen one like that. Not even back in Vinheim. What a brilliant flame. Please, friend, let me have that, I am begging you. I am a craftsman of Vinheim. I'd go hollow before I pass my flame.
Alright, you can tell him no or yes. Go ahead and say yes, because you know he can upgrade your weapons after you give him that ember.
Oh, really? You are wonderful. I will forge a wicked masterpiece just for you. A weapon to make a legend out of it. Come back soon. Smithing helps soothe my nerves. Don't let me wither away alive in this.
Alright, so that's Rickert. He upgrades magical weapons from 1 to +5 with that ember, and then we'll give him another ember later, which will let him do it to +10 and then +15. So, alright, so proceed on, take out these hollows. They're not that hard, they're really easy. They just give you a few souls here and there. Let's stop. We'll read that in a second if we kill this guy here. The largest of the thrusting swords can pierce an armored knight in one thrust. The blade is also sharp, allowing slicing as well. So it's a stock. Alright, so transient curse. Now this is an important item. You must have this item in order to hit the ghost. If you don't have it, don't even come down here. So grab this transient curse from here. You have 2 of them. So they last 5 minutes, maybe, somewhere around there. So I remember when I first started playing this game, I came down here and died instantly. Couldn't kill the ghost and got frustrated and quit. So you have to use the transient curse on yourself. Also, you might want to go ahead and throw on some humanities, just so you can upgrade, or excuse me, up your drop chance, because you want to be able to, actually, maybe let's not do that just yet. I'll show you why here in a second too. But you want to upgrade your chances of item drop off of these ghosts, so you can get some more transient curses, so you can continue to hit them. As you can see, there's one down there in the water. See that white? That's a ghost, okay? It's going to come up out of the water and try to fight us. So stay on this thing here. Be careful, because you can fall. And then what you want to do is equip your transient curse. Use it, and this will let you hit ghosts. So they drop them pretty regularly, so you shouldn't be worried about too much. But they also drop a blade that lets you hit them just anyway, so you can out the transient curse. If you get the blade, that's good. Yep, see, look at that. Jagged Ghost Blade, we already got it. That's pretty good, man. Pretty lucky. Alright, so be careful here. This one, no, it's over here. This is like a very, very narrow path, but this will take you to a Firekeeper Soul, which will upgrade your Estus Flask. As you can tell, it's just a very narrow path. You gotta walk real slow. I recommend just getting these ghosts to aggro you, pull them back so that they don't try to fight you on that narrow path, because you might fall. And make sure you can also turn off the wall scroll. I don't know if you've seen that before, but auto lock on, camera wall recovery. Turn that off if you're worried about falling, because it'll make it to where you'll fall real easy. So like when we walked through that pathway and you saw how the background fell off, if you had the camera auto wall, it would like try to turn your camera this way, and then you just walk right off the ledge. So be careful here. Like I said, it's a narrow path. You can't fall real easy. Pick this up. And we'll walk back here. Can be a little hard to see it. And that's pretty much the tough part right there, is getting that item right there. Has those ghosts. Just be careful right there, and then come back across the path, up these stairs. I think we're gonna hold off on the humanities for right now. We're gonna save those until we get ready to farm. You can usually do this without having to get more, but we'll see what happens. Two is enough usually to get through this area. So this is a shortcut for later that we use when we further explore this. We can't fully explore this area until later in the game anyway. So follow the pathway down here. There's an item right here in the end. There's a ghost guarding the item, so you can just kind of sneak up and hit the ghost through the wall if you're careful. Like that. Alright, we got parrying dagger. Let's read that. Gotta find it first. This dagger is useful after parrying and is normally equipped in the left hand. Favorite of the Knights of Kareem, who are famous for fighting without a shield. Okay. You can see that our aura. This is showing that our transient curse is still on. So that's what it looks like when it's on. So if that's not there, that means it's off. You need to use another one. Alright, so there we got 2 more, see? So, it's okay. We'll probably be able to farm it. You see that chest over there? That's the large, or the very large fragment. That's what upgrades our sword to plus 15. We can't get to it yet. We'll have to wait until later in the game. Alright, so she drops a special item called a Jagged Ghost Blade. Or a Ghost Blade, I should say. Not a Jagged Ghost Blade, but the Ghost Blade that she drops is like the rarest item in the game to get. So as you can see, our transient curse is worn off, so we need to use another one. I've got that Ghost Blade before. It's pretty hard to get, so if you want to farm it, you can, but sometimes it takes a while. Go ahead and kick this ladder down. And we got a ghost up there that we're going to pull down and kill. Just use the R2 so you can take a upward attack on him. Grab that item, and what we're going to do now is head downstairs, because there's if you go this way, you're going to get hit from below, so we're going to get rid of those enemies that are below so we don't get hit. I don't believe there's any items down here. I think it's just the enemies that are down here. But they're fairly easy to get rid of. So you can see one right there. So if you walk across that path, they would come up after you underneath the floor. Oh, don't fall! Ooh, that was close. There we go. I thought I was going to fall right there. And then there's one more over here that we want to get rid of. The transient curse. So, remember I told you before, down in the depths, if you get cursed, you come down here, you don't have to worry about all this transient curse stuff, but you do have half health, like half your health, that's all you have, so it's very hard to get down here and break the curse, but you can do it, and there's an NPC that does that. I'll show you where he is here in a bit, because that's where we're going to end the exploration part of this area for now, once we get to him. And we're gonna homeward bone out of here. Alright, so this is where it gets kind of tricky. There's a bunch of ghosts that come out after you right here. So you can pull them a little bit at a time. You just have them follow you up the stairs. See him right there? There's one there. And then they'll come to the wall after you too. So just be careful not to fall off the thing, so, because you can do that real easily. This is like the ghost house. There's a bunch of ghosts inside here, so you gotta be careful. Take them a few at a time. You don't want to get too overwhelmed. They'll die real easily. So follow this path around. There's a ghost out here that's going to jump up. She's guarding the curse bite ring, I think is what it's called. See, look at all these heads. Isn't that crazy? That's right, though. We'll get rid of them. Curse bite ring. Alright, and then, next is go to the right here. So that's where we came from. That's where we came from coming down this pathway. So we're gonna go here. Alright. There's probably gonna be a ghost that comes out here. You can get it through the wall. There might be one more. I can't remember if there's another one or not. So this is an important area to remember. This is where you have to go later in the game to open the pathway. The guy we talk to later is the one that gives you the key that opens this door. You need to open this door. If you remember where the Valley of the Drakes were, where we just came from earlier, and we got the killed that dragon. Right where we came down the elevator, there's a giant door that's guarded by like 5 drakes, and it has a big bar over it. This contraption on the other side of this gate opens that up. So that's where we have to go later to explore this area further. And then we can also access that shortcut when that happens. So, alright, next what we want to do is, I think there's an item we missed down here. We missed some green titanite shards. You can just walk over that gap, it won't fall over it, or through it, rather. So we're out of transit again, so we need to use that. Alright, so we go this way, and we'll read that green titanite shard here in a second. There's probably going to be a ghost that chases us right here. If there is, we'll just wait for them and then we'll kill them. We grab this item, I think it's humanity. Yeah. And then there's the ghost that chases us. No big deal. Easy. Alright, on the roof here, you can climb on top of this roof, no problem. But we're not going to do that right now because we want to go the other way and kill the enemies first, and then we'll come back if we need to. I don't think we need to though. I think we can get that other item without having to climb on the roof. Alright, so this is where you should be now. There's a lot of ghosts in this room right here, so if you go in there, there's a ghost also, another screaming ghost, which you can kill and try to get that ghost blade I was thinking about. It's super rare. We're going to go in there and take her out, and then we're probably going to get attacked by a lot, so... I think we killed them all, or most of them at least, so... I'll show you this other area real quick. If you don't kill those ghosts, like we did, then they all will gang up on you in that room right there, where that screaming ghost is. I can't remember if there's anything this way or not. Oh yeah, there is, okay. We got Soul and Proud Mind, okay. Wow, she gave me a hard time there, didn't she? Alright, so that should be all the ghosts in the ghost house, and then we can go on up and talk to the NPC. And here's your ladder. And NPC is down here on the left, I think. Yeah, just straight ahead.
Well, this is a surprise. I don't get many visitors, except for ghosts. Do you have some business here? My name is Ingrid. I'm an old man, bound to these parts, but I don't mind a chat. I may even be of some help. I am the guardian of the sea. I watch over the four kings, the masters of the dark rings. The dark wraiths are the enemies of man, and any living thing that has a soul. They were born in New Londo. That is where they perished. The entire city was sacrificed to contain them, for that is how great a threat they were. I watch out the they were for that.
Let's see what he's got for sale. So you see here it says have curse broken. So if we gotten cursed by those basilisks in the depths, we just come here, talk to him, he'll break our curse for free. Or we have to use that item box that that old woman sold. If you saw that box, I can't remember what it's called. So he has resist curse and he has transient curse that you can buy from him. So he's the guy that drops that key I told you about. You can kill him right now and actually get the key from him if you want, but really there's no need to kill him. After you get the Lord Vessel in Londo, you come back down here and talk to him and he'll give you the key to that door. Alright, let's go ahead and, I thought we could drop down on top of the house, but we can't up here. We have to go back. So let's go back, get on top of the house, grab that item, and then we'll homeward bone out of here and get down to the depths and do our farming run. And then we'll call it a stream. Oh, I forgot to read that Jagged Ghost Blade. We'll read that too. Yeah, Jagged Blade wielded by a New Londo Ghost. Violent thrust attack. One of the cursed weapons inflicts damage to Ghost. So it basically just comes around and tells you, hey, use this to kill Ghost. Yeah. Alright, so get on top of the house here. Just roll off like this. And then this is, I think, a rare ring of sacrifice coming up here. Yep. Grab that. And that's the we have one of those already, I think. No, we don't. This mystical ring was created in the sacrificial rite of Belka, the goddess of sin. The magenta shaded ring is especially rare. Its wearer will lose nothing upon death and will be freed from any curse whatsoever, but the ring itself breaks. So you can tell that this one breaks your curse, this one doesn't. It just keeps your souls and stuff. So, rare ring of sacrifice and ring of sacrifice. Alright, let's go ahead and homeward out of here, head back to our bonfire, and then get down to the depths. And I'll show you this farming run, and we'll upgrade our fire one more time too. Upgrade it twice. Let's do that. We'll get it twice. Might as well. Oh yeah, and we'll use our Firekeeper soul upgrade our Estus again. Remember for that one we gotta talk to Firekeeper down here. Give her the soul, she'll upgrade it for us. And then we'll be at +2. Cool, now we're +2. The max you can go on your Estus is +7, and you can get 20 Estus flasks total. So, alright, we need to go back up this way to get to the depths. Let's see. Do we have 10? I can't remember if we got 10 or not yet. Let's see. Yeah, this guy will talk to us now. Greg's talk to us.
Hello. Terrific to see us both in one piece. Incidentally, would you care to learn any sorceries? You're clearly talented, and besides, I know you. Of course, we will require some materials, but I'm happy to teach you some elementary spells. Are you interested?
You can say yes or no. Of course, we're going to say yes.
Splendid. Very well. I am pleased to have a chance to give something back. Well then, let's get started straight away.
Alright, so now that we're not stupid, and we have the intelligence at 10, this guy actually talks to us now, so let's see what he has for purchase real quick. So a few spells, and he also has the Sorcerer's Catalyst, and a Belly, Dragon Crest Ring, and Dragon Crest Ring. And we'll get all this stuff later, but right now we're going to head on to the playthrough. Remember, the goal here is to farm for our items we need. So we need large titanite shards and green titanite shards. Because we want our we want to upgrade our claymore to as high as we can get it. I think it's +5 at this point. To a holy weapon, so we can kill the skeletons down in the catacomb. To proceed down there and get the right of kindling. And we also want to upgrade our main weapon, our Zweihander, to +10, so we need some large titanite shards. And there's no better place that I know of to farm these except off of these sludge villains down here. Especially with the fire, or the pyromancy we just got, because the pyromancy flame makes those sludge villains like really easy. And I'll show you what I mean here once we get down here. When getting back down here is not too bad either, because you can just roll off the top. Just be careful of these guys here that like to hides on you here. Here, just roll off this side, and that should be that. So they might follow you. If they do, it's alright. Just kill the one or two that follows you. Get them out of the way. Just try to kill them. Jeez. Well, that was almost a disaster. Goodness. Okay. Alright, so we need a rust iron ring on this one, so we don't have to be slow. Alright, so here's what we're going to do, right? So watch these guys. They're going to drop down. I'll show you how to kill them. So now that we upgraded our flame, those guys are nothing at all. Super easy. Okay, so we need to use our humanities at this point, and I'll show you what I'm talking about when it comes to your item discovery. See how we got 100 right there, right? So we use our humanity. We're going to use, let's see, we'll use 6, so we keep 1 just for aesthetic, and then we'll use 6, right? So now we're going to 2. 210. So let's take a look at our items here right now. See, now it's a 210, right? So it went from 100 to 210, and we got the 10 humanities. Now, if you have your gold serpent ring, then that will give you your max. I think it goes to 410 with that, and then you can't get any higher than that. But that's what you want when you're coming down here to farm. You want to have those items, and try to make sure you're not in body form, because if you're in body form, you can get invaded down here easily. And then then you have to go get your souls and find your humanity, and just kind of a pain. So. Alright, so this is the farming run. It's kind of boring, but we'll do some of them here so you can see what it's like. So just run past all these guys so they don't drop in your head. Come down here, kill this guy. That's it. That's pretty much it for the farming run. So keep doing that until you get as much as you need. Now we need for our upgrade, because we got that box. Now we can upgrade our own stuff, right? Or maybe we didn't. I thought we did. No, we didn't buy that box from him. Oh darn. Okay. Well, so we'll have to get that later, because we didn't buy it. That's alright though. Yeah, the drop rate on these items are not very good, but if you can keep at it, you'll get them to drop. It just takes a little while. Plus, it's a good source of getting your soul built up too. I mean, you don't get a lot real fast, but after a while they do add up, and you can level up your guy a little bit more. That's the one thing I don't really care much about those fire guys, that they do that to you. It really hurts a lot when you get hit that little wave of attacks at you. See, we've already done like, what, 4 volleys of these, and only got 1 green titanite shard. That's it. Those large. So we're doing alright. Should probably get like maybe 10 large titanite shards and maybe 10 green. And I think that's enough. 10 large And that'll be enough to get our swords upgraded. We also need to get some titanite shards as well. We can buy them from Andre when we're there, though. We'll just save whatever souls we have and buy them from him. Because we'll have to upgrade that claymore to +5 in order to get a divine weapon out of it. I know watching the farming part of this is kind of boring, but some people like it, some people don't. We'll get our hour for stream, and then whatever we don't get, work on it on your own for homework. And once you get it all done, head back to Andre, and we'll pick up the next episode at Andre after we get our sword upgraded, and we'll go from there. If you want to, you can also add in the rats. It's down here. I'll show you. Just let me reset these. You can add in the rats to try to get you some humanity to drop. Try to farm back those ones you used. They're usually a pretty good source of the farming as well. I didn't really cooperate that time, did he? Ooh, nice. Alright, so down here, it's just a quick run, it's not too bad. Just go down here. And then right here. Oh, there we go. Cool. So you just add those rats in if you want for a farm. Humanity's built back up pretty fast, but might as well, right? I mean, just farming stuff is kind of boring, but necessary in order to get you ready for the next part. Goodness. One thing that'll help you on this run back too is if you have it, you can if you guys bought the Homeward Bound spell, I think Petra sells it. If you bought that and you have it, you could attune that, and at the rats you can just use that, and it'll come right back to this bonfire instead. Don't forget though, you need a what's it called? in order to use the miracle, you need to have a talisman equipped. So. Yeah, these guys, they just really... I don't think these hollows drop any of these flame hollows down here. They're just kind of annoying. Well, those rats, man, they really are tough, aren't they? Damn. What we got here? Let's see. So we have 5 and 4. So we need 5 more large and 6 more green. I don't even think we need like 10 green. I think, but we're gonna get 10 green now. I think we need less than that. I think it's actually 9 green to get to +5. Alright, 5 and 5. Halfway there. Alright, folks, that's going to end this for today. Remember, for the next episode, your homework is to farm up 10 large titanite shards and 10 green titanite shards. And then upgrade your Zweihander to +10 and your claymore to +5 divine path. Okay? Once you got that done, just stay at Andre and we will continue on our playthrough from Andre the blacksmith. Alright? Anyways, thanks for tuning in this episode, and we'll see you next time, okay? Don't forget to hit that like bell, or that like button, and subscribe, and comment, please, if you would. And let me know if I can do anything better to help the playthrough out. But thank you again for watching, I appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next episode. Peace.